I used to be the guy that always borrowed a tent. I now have my own tent. It's an REI Quarter Dome 2. It is light, perfect for backpacking. It can hold all your gear, and it's easy to erect. While pulling the tent out of the closet for the first camping trip of the season, I caught a snag, and tore the bag, and tore a little bit of the tent. So the top of my to-do list is repair the tent and take it out for a test ride. The damaged area and most of the rest of the tent is made of nylon, so thankfully I have a lot of repair options. I sided with some Tenacious Tape, the clear Tenacious Tape. It costs about $5. This is a lot more than a roll of duct tape, but it doesn't leave a gross residue. It will not lift up, courtesy of UV damage. It's rock solid, and it's what I decided to go with.
The application of this stuff is as easy as using tape. Make sure the surface is clean, line up the edges as best you can, and go ahead and round the edges of the tape. This will prevent peeling later on. With a little pressure, your repair is done. If you want a little extra strength, you can do this to both sides of the tear.
Now that we got this puppy repaired, it's time to take it out and give it a field test.
Our test trip was going to be some car camping in the Teanaway area. Typically, you'll find us backpacking, but this seemed like the perfect way to start the season. And with a car in tow, we weren't restricted by what could fit in our backpack. Our campsite rested at the edge of the Daru Creek, just south of the Stewart Range. It was a perfect jumping off point for hiking Copen Mountain. The trailhead is literally in the campground. That night, we enjoyed the company and whiskey of our neighbors, who were very familiar with Copen Mountain. They told us about a time they even brought fresh oysters up to the top for a feast. We had a great time, but all that whiskey made for a less than peaceful night of rest. Nothing a cold splash of creek water couldn't solve. We didn't have any oysters, but we figured Copen Mountain would be a perfect place to get some good views. We ended up bringing our snowshoes on the hike, not knowing the conditions ahead. While we did encounter some snow, the snowshoes never came off our packs and were nothing more than training weight for a future backpacking trip. When you're carrying everything on your back, an ounce of prevention is not always worth a pound of cure. And this view of Mount Stewart only got better the higher we went up.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
While we didn't find any oyster shells at the top, we did find great views in every direction. It was well worth the effort. The hike down was quick and easy.
The Sliding Olympics. Give me a countdown.
Snowy patches offered glissading opportunities.
That was like the opposite of graceful.
And thanks to the luxuries of car camping, cold beers were waiting for us at camp.
Truth. Should I submerge?
I think you should wash your hair.
To cool down further, I opted to wallow in the creek like a hippo.
How's that?
Please turn it off. So the field test went really well. It was a great way to start the season. The tent held up perfectly, the Tenacious Tape did its job, and I think it's going to be doing its job for a very long time. Things I would do differently. For starters, I wouldn't tear my tent. I would have liked to have my pillow from home, bocce set for in-camp fun times, mixing bowl, cutting board. It's so difficult because when you're car camping, you can literally bring whatever you want. It sometimes makes it difficult to find things. Despite the chaos of bringing way too much stuff, The meals are always a lot better when you don't need to rely on rehydrating food, freeze-dried food. The last morning we were there, we made some crazy good buckwheat waffles. We had raspberries on top, maple syrup, turkey bacon. It was really yum. Alright, that's my time. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and click the like button and please subscribe to my channel. If you have suggestions for future videos, go ahead and leave those in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching the to-do list, and I will see you next week for my next to-do list.